Good day, I'm JP Bosman for the CTL video made at PreDAC 2013. This video is on how to set up a clicker exercise on Moodle. The steps for setting up a clicker exercise are quite easy. It works in Moodle, the learning management system of our university, so the first step is to log into Moodle and to go to your course. The web address there is http://emarties.sun.ac.za. Once inside your course, you just turn the editing on and you say add activity clicker. Once you've set up the activity's name and settings, you just add the questions, and those could be normal multiple choice questions, or they could be questions that people have to type in things like for feedback. After you've set up the clicker exercise, you basically test it, and the web address for testing the clicker, and this you can do on your cell phone as well, is http://yourls.sun.ac.za/c. So let's see how this looks and how one actually does it. So it works in Moodle, and Moodle is a browser-based system. So we open a web browser. This is Chrome, which is very good for Moodle, and as we've indicated, we just type in the web address http://emarties.sun.ac.za and enter. Once you are on the eMarties homepage, you type in your username and password, and then you click login. Once logged in, you find the course that you want to build the exercise in. I will choose this one, JP Bosman Training Course. Once inside the course, the first thing to do is to say turn editing on. I click that button and the edit mode goes on, and the page changes that you can add things and change things as it is with Moodle. I want to build my clicker exercise in this topic, PreDAC 2013 exercises and data. There I've already built one. It's that one with the little red button. Right, what is step 2 is now add the activity clicker. So I select add an activity or resource, and then I select clicker, and I click the add button. Now I have to set up the clicker exercise settings, and this is very easy. One gives it a name. I'm just going to call it PreDAC 2013 clicker exercise, and a description to show how the clicker system works. Okay, and then we select timing, and this is you can set the timing for this clicker to be open during a certain time, for example during a specific class or during a specific conference. I'm going to just keep it open so it basically stays open forever. Clicker options, automated numbers, yes or no. Normally we just say no. The common module settings, one just keeps at the default, it must be shown, and you could restrict access to only make this clicker exercise become available, actually be seen by anybody at certain dates, but actually it's not needed because one does not need to log into Moodle at all to actually do the clicker exercise. So basically one provides a name, a description, and then one clicks on save and display. So automatically once we've done that, it provides us with a clicker item number, and that is very important. In this case, this clicker number is 8899, which is a unique number, and that you must note down because this is what you have to provide to your students or your participants or your audience for them to actually find and do this exercise. Fantastic. Right, the second last step is now to add the questions. We do this by clicking on Edit Questions. It's very easy. It says add question to activity, and here you can see the different kinds of questions we can add to the activity. Let's do a normal multiple choice one. You select multiple choice, and then basically you type in the question text, where is PreDAC 2013, and the adjustment is vertical, that is correct for cell phone and small screens. The multiple choice type would be multiple choice single answer or multiple answers. It depends. If you want a people to select more than one thing, you select multiple answers, otherwise just this normal single answer. Do not analyze empty submits. We can say yes, and then basically you provide your options one line below each other. So we can, our first option is Stellenbosch, our second option is Houdini, and our third option could be Worcester. So that's close enough. And we save the question. In the same way, one can now add more questions. For example, if you want people to actually type something in for a feedback, we can select the longer text answer. Longer text answer. Again, what is the question? Something like, give your feedback on the venue. No need for a label. With number of lines, you can just keep as it is and you save the question. And so one can keep on going. So you can have many questions. Sometimes people don't even have different options or numbers, just number A, B, C or D that students or participants can choose from. Right, so actually that is set up now. Remember, the important thing is the number. To get the number, we can just click on the overview, and we note that this number is 8899. Okay, the last step is now to test and see if this clicker exercise actually works. To do that, we go to the clicker URL, which is urls.sun.ac.za/C. And this works on a cell phone, and one can just come here. Now remember, the clicker number is 8899. So you just put that into that box and you click on submit. And there you can see these questions were put in by us. You can give your feedback on the venue, and then you can submit your answers. And if that works, we know the clicker exercise works. What happens on the back end of the system, if we just go back to where we've set up the clicker exercise and come here again, now we want to click on analysis. And this is then where the beauty happens. We see an immediate response of what people selected. So we had one response, that was our own response, one selected Houdini, and there is the written feedback. And this is how the clicker system works. Just to wrap up, so once we are in our Moodle course again, if one wants to see the exercise again, you just come to your course and you can basically just click on that clicker exercise that you've just set to get the clicker number again, and basically to see the analysis again. And I forgot to mention that you can just click on export to Excel and you get all this data in a nice Excel spreadsheet. So this is all from this video. Thank you. You can also contact the CTL or eMath Web Studies team for more assistance at the telephone number 021-808-9194, and those email addresses webstudies@sun or emathis@sun. This is JP signing off for CTL Video.